Ambassador, is it the same situation in Nigeria? Because Nigeria is known mainly for oil and gas.
Yes, Nigeria is actually one of the countries with a very high level of natural resources. We completely dependent on oil and gas for most of government revenue and foreign exchange earnings. Unfortunately, as any of you who may be familiar with the history of the country, that was not the story from the beginning. We're a very strong agricultural and manufacturing-based economy until the discovery of oil in the 1970s. And this has led to a decline. Emphasis on oil revenues led to a decline in agriculture and manufacturing productivity. So the trust of government now is, in the long term, trying to address the infrastructural deficits in terms of roads, ports, and things like that, the railways. They are trying to also, in the short term, look at those areas that can support the private sector and improve the business environment. Issues like the trade finance, or generally the cost of finance, whereby the development bank is being recapitalized to ensure single-digit loans to businesses. We also have in place reforms and policy reforms aimed at improving the business climate, particularly to make it friendly for foreign direct investment. We have reforms for port clearance. As at now, the number of agencies operating in the ports has been reduced. The customs now operate 24 hours a day, and we have also adopted a destination inspection regime. So in all, we are also looking towards the ECOWAS sub-region, so that in terms of the value chains, we would now not just continue to export our raw commodities, but we would improve trade in the sub-region. Already there's in terms of facilitating trade, you have the Lagos-Abidjan corridor, which is on. There is a proposal to establish a sea coastal ferry service, which will also reduce the length of time it takes to move around for goods and services from about 3 weeks to just about 5 days.
Would you say there is a sense of urgency for changes to be implemented quickly?
Honestly, I think that is the trust of the whole administration. If you would have observed, my minister was supposed to even be here with us today. But unfortunately, I think they have had some investors coming in, and the president is attending to them, and he needs him. So there is that urgency to get in and do the right thing, particularly in the area of power, where even as we speak, there are ongoing privatization reforms in terms of generation and distribution.